Sunbury is a great town to live in, but it has changed a lot over the years. It's growing at a very fast rate, and it is starting to lose the small town vibe that made it so special. A lot of the buildings from the original spot Sunbury started on have been changed over the years. One of the buildings became a restaurant called Serve, which is a pretty good restaurant now. And the other thing was the original bank we had was just a Chase Bank, and it has been replaced with another restaurant called District 13. They moved Chase Bank over by where I live in a little strip mall with Kroger. One thing that has changed was the rebuilding of my old high school. We'd originally been in town by the square. Then they moved us to a field kind of out in the middle of nowhere. The reason they did this is because of how fast the town is growing and how much is changing. I will say one of the things I really don't like about the new high school is how big it is, and also that they changed their original football field from grass to turf. Another thing that has changed is the neighborhood I currently live in. It was a very small neighborhood when I was first born. In fact, my house was one of the older ones built in that neighborhood, and it was only built 2 years prior. A lot has changed with it. They've added more, they've built multiple neighborhoods surrounding mine. One of the things that they did was they tore out this really old golf course that I unfortunately never got to play, but I heard it was a lot of fun. And when they tore out that golf course, it moved all the wild animals in my neighborhood, which was a weird couple of months. I never thought I would ever see a coyote cross my street, but that was one of the things I saw during those couple of months, and I just thought that was crazy. And there isn't a whole lot to do in Sunbury, but one of the things that you can do is fish. And one thing I will say is I love fishing. Fishing has been a lot of fun. It is one of the best pastimes. Although there aren't some fun things to do, one of the fun things, there's Sizzle and Sound, which is a festival where everybody can come together and you can hang out with friends, you can get fair food, you can do fair events. Another fun thing is the 4th of July parade, which I did throughout my 4 years of high school with the football team, which was one of the very fun things I got to do, was riding around and throwing candy at people. Sunbury has changed a lot, some of it being good and some of it being bad, but some of the small town vibe has just kind of disappeared. I feel like Sunbury's never going to get that back with the way that it is growing and with the Intel plant being put in. A lot of people are moving up this way, and it's just very different from what it used to be.